Poverty mindset isn't about how much money you have in your bank account. It's a subconscious pattern built around scarcity, a mental cage that quietly limits your choices, kills your opportunities, and drains your energy. You could win the lottery tomorrow and end up broke again in a year. You could start with nothing and build wealth. The difference isn't luck, it's the way you think. 90% of people never break free from this mindset, and it's ruining their lives without them even noticing. Let's get one thing straight: poverty mindset thrives on scarcity, not lack of money. It's the voice in your head that makes you choose saving a few dollars over investing in your future. It's the fear that keeps you stuck in a dead-end job because stable feels safer than taking a calculated risk. It's the habit of wasting your most valuable asset, time, chasing small gains instead of building something that lasts. This isn't about being poor. It's about thinking like you're poor, even when you're not. The first sign you're trapped in a poverty mindset is trading time for pennies. You spend an hour driving across town to save $5 on groceries. You stand in a long line for free coffee instead of using that time to learn a new skill. You work overtime for a tiny raise instead of figuring out how to make your time worth more. Rich thinking understands that time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can never get time back. Poverty mindset treats time like a worthless resource, and that's why it keeps you stuck in a cycle of working harder, not smarter. Then there's the obsession with tactical saving over strategic investing. You nitpick every small expense, complaining about a $3 coffee, skipping a meal to save cash, but you refuse to spend money on things that actually change your life. You won't buy a $200 course to learn a high-income skill. You won't pay for a gym membership to keep your health in check. You won't invest in networking because it's a waste of money. This is like bailing water out of a sinking boat instead of fixing the hole. Saving money won't make you wealthy. Investing in yourself, your skills, your health, your relationships will. Fear of risk is another deadly trait of poverty mindset. You hear stable job and think it's your safety net. But in today's world, the only real risk is staying the same. AI is replacing entry-level jobs. Industries are disappearing overnight. A safe job today could be gone tomorrow. Poverty mindset makes you fear losing what you have, even if what you have is barely enough. Rich thinking doesn't mean gambling, it means managing risk. It means learning enough to turn unknown risks into controlled ones. You don't have to quit your job and start a business tomorrow, but you do have to stop letting fear keep you from exploring opportunities that could change everything. Victim mentality is the glue that holds poverty mindset together. You blame your parents, the economy, bad luck, or anyone else for your struggles. I didn't get a good education because my family was poor. I can't get ahead because the system is rigged. I'm just not lucky. This mindset gives you a temporary excuse, but it takes away your power. People with a rich mindset take 100% responsibility for their lives. They don't ask why me. They ask what can I do right now to make this better. They see challenges as lessons, not roadblocks. Victim mentality keeps you stuck in the past. Taking responsibility sets you free. Fantasizing about overnight success instead of planning for long-term growth is another trap. You spend hours talking about lottery wins, crypto millionaires, or viral trends, but you have no plan for next month, let alone next year. Poverty mindset loves shortcuts because it's lazy. It doesn't want to put in the work to build skills, save consistently, or grow slowly. Rich thinking is about compounding small, consistent actions that add up over time. It's about breaking a big goal into tiny steps and showing up every day. There are no shortcuts to real wealth, and anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. The people who get ahead are the ones who plan, execute, and keep going, even when it's boring. You also undervalue knowledge and information if you have a poverty mindset. You spend hours scrolling for free, low-quality content instead of paying for a course that gives you structured, proven information. You think free is better, but free content is often fragmented, outdated, or just plain wrong. It takes you twice as long to learn something, and you end up with half the knowledge. Paying for quality content isn't a waste, it's an investment in your time and your growth. It's buying someone else's expertise so you don't have to figure it out alone. Poverty mindset sees this as a luxury. Rich mindset sees it as a necessity. Jealousy and the zero-sum game mindset will keep you poor forever. When someone you know succeeds, your first thought is they got lucky or they cheated. You see the world as a fixed pie. If someone else takes a slice, there's less for you. This makes you avoid collaboration, ignore opportunities to learn from others, and stay stuck in your own bubble. Rich mindset is about win-win. It understands that the pie can be made bigger. When someone else succeeds, you ask, what can I learn from them? You collaborate to create more value for everyone. Jealousy poisons your growth. Curiosity fuels it. Closed-mindedness is another killer. You hear a new idea and immediately say, that won't work, or I already know that. You're stuck in your old ways, using outdated strategies for a world that's constantly changing. Poverty mindset loves comfort. It doesn't want to learn, adapt, or grow. It thinks, if it worked for my parents, it works for me. But the world doesn't stay the same. Rich mindset stays curious. It's open to new ideas, even if they challenge what you believe. It understands that learning is a lifelong process, and the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. Your circle of people also reveals your mindset. Poverty mindset makes you surround yourself with people who think like you, people who complain, settle, and fear change. You feel safe because you're all in the same boat, but that boat is sinking. You avoid people who are more successful because they make you feel inadequate. Rich mindset makes you seek out people who challenge you, who have more experience, who push you to be better. You don't feel threatened by their success. You use it as motivation. Your circle determines your level of success. And if you're surrounded by people who don't want more, you won't want more either. Finally, instant gratification is the final nail in the coffin. You buy things you can't afford to feel good in the moment. You skip studying to watch a show. You quit a project because it's hard. Poverty mindset is driven by short-term pleasure, even if it hurts your long-term goals. Rich mindset is about delayed gratification. It's about saying no to small, immediate rewards so you can say yes to bigger, better things later. Every great achievement, wealth, health, happiness requires sacrifice. You have to give up something now to get something better later. Poverty mindset can't do that. It wants what it wants right now. The worst part about poverty mindset is that it's invisible. You don't realize it's controlling you. You think you're just bad with money or unlucky or not smart enough. But none of that is true. You're trapped in a pattern of thinking that's been ingrained in you, often since childhood. The good news is that patterns can be broken. It starts with awareness, recognizing when your thoughts are coming from scarcity, not abundance. It starts with asking yourself, is this thought helping me, or is it holding me back? 90% of people never escape this mindset because they don't even know it exists. They go through life working harder and harder, wondering why they never get ahead. They blame everything except the way they think. But you don't have to be part of that 90%. You can break free. It won't be easy. It will require unlearning old habits and building new ones. It will require facing your fears and taking responsibility. But it's worth it. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. I know it's a lot to take in, but awareness is the first step to change. If you found this helpful, subscribe to my channel. I share practical, no-nonsense advice to help you break free from the mindsets that are holding you back and build the life you want. Subscribe now, and let's stop letting poverty mindset ruin our lives together.